Well, if you had been waiting in eager anticipation to discover what Browns Stadium might look like if it were to remain downtown after some extensive renovation, well, here it is. The image that has Browns fans and local media buzzing aplenty. The rendering was published yesterday by Scene magazine, who obtained the image through an unknown source. I reached out to Scene's editor to try and ascertain where the leak came from, but as you can see, I'm either being stonewalled by the powers that be or more likely just ignored, which happens to me a lot. Because the plans weren't officially released by the Haslam Group, as in the past with the Brook Park Stadium plans, we only have one image for reference as opposed to the wealth of visual representations we've been privy to from Brook Park, which is strongly preferred by team ownership. I mean, look at all these glamour shots. In this case, we only get a peek at this single image, which was created as part of a larger set roughly 3 years ago. So what we have is a single 3-year-old rendering from an unknown source illustrating a hypothetical stadium proposal that the team owners have already rejected, and yet it's still technically Browns news, which means it tends to get prioritized over pretty much anything else going on around town right now. All the TV and radio stations covered it intently, and it's the lead story on Cleveland.com as we speak. And I'm not criticizing that decision. Media is a business just like any other, in that we have to keep our customers engaged or we risk losing them to competitors. And Clevelanders like to talk about the Browns. Just this week, Cleveland's Museum of Natural History was named one of the most beautiful museums in the world, and it was announced that we are finally going to be renovating our airport so it will look less like an abandoned 1980s shopping mall. And that's great. Now, we reported on both of those stories, of course, but both received far less response and online viewer engagement than the story we posted about the 3-year-old Browns Stadium rendering. And so, in order to illustrate that at WKYC we understand our viewers, we're about to give you what you want. Because as luck would have it, and you folks aren't going to believe this, but just today, WKYC received from unnamed sources 3 new renderings of Cleveland Browns Stadium concepts featuring 3 entirely new designs. Here's an official plan in which the stadium would be themed as a Gothic castle. Pretty cool. Here's a plan where they propose putting Browns Stadium in Cedar Point. We know you guys love that. And finally, here's one where they were thinking about putting the stadium in space, which would be pretty wild, right? Now, because we're not revealing the source of these leaked images, it's impossible to confirm whether they're from a reliable Haslam Group insider or whether I just cranked them out using ChatGPT in 4 minutes. But that's hardly relevant. What matters is that we've just given our viewers some brand new Browns-based content to enjoy, regardless of the validity or origin. At WKYC, we listen to you, Cleveland, and we mostly hear you barking. Stay up and go Browns.
Exclusive content.
Now, you don't think it's an indictment of us that we want to make people happy by giving them Browns news when they want to hear about the Browns, right?
No, you got to give them what they want.
What do you think, Betsy? Do they want that?
I'm not so sure.
I'm not sure either.
You know, your point was well taken. We've got this one image compared to a slew of beautiful computer-generated, animated videos that make this really look like a football amusement park.
He's one step away from giving us all VR goggles to wear them to show what the stadium would look like.
He could afford it.
But he doesn't seem to like this other plan quite as much, the downtown plan.
It's like, here's this. Like when you go car shopping and they show you like the super plush top tier. And then they roll out, you know, the little you go for you.
Yeah,
Here you go. This is the one you can afford.
None of the accessories. Yeah, I know. Same thing.
Two-door spec.
You're welcome, Browns fans.
Thank you, Mike.
We get you.
Thank you, Mike.